Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The field goal is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Washington's offense has the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The hand to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. At the 45 on his way. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Powers forward. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. From the shotgun, the inside kid. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They're working that left side. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. Turning it on! Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have successes.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Great job by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Trying to move them on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. the entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride.
Hold.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage.
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down touchdown scoring right here would be huge.
Got it behind the line. It's Kitchings. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 32-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
To kick it away.
Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it to the right.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Ambrose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
You got to give it to the defense. Took all of the quarterback's options away down the field. They forced him to check it down, and they were rallying around that fullback. Hats to the football, and they create a negative play.
Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Pulls and fires complete. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They're going to run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ambrose. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Red pass, it's complete. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. Makes a catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. A run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Second down, he'll throw it. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll give it to the back. Ripping through the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Lost a throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. He goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick completion on the out route. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Washington right back to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Finds his big tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sticks it in his belly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Got it in the middle. It's Ambrose. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The give to the fullback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. On the option. They'll leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Big fullback's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, it's McLaughlin. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock.
And the Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer.
He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do